Hazel's Horsepital with bullets. Bullets the runner, not like bullets in the game.
Okay, so I can't see in that thing, so unfortunately I can't run with that on. But I do have a different hat to make up for it. But this is St. Hazel's Horsepital. Welcome to this lovely experience. With me today, we have a very special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself before we get going?
Hi. I'm Newt, and I worked on this game, along with a bunch of other people.
You'll be able to give us some wonderful insight into what brought this about.
I have tried my very best to erase it from my memory, but I will give it a go.
We'll have to rip the Band-Aid for 20 minutes or so hopefully that's all right. All right, so we're gonna get started in 3, 2, 1, go. So, how would you pitch this game to people or describe it when you were working on it or once you finished it?
I mean, it's a horse in a hospital. That's
that's pretty much.
Yeah, that's about it.
We're trying to save our horse friend from the hospital.
That's
and
right.
You know, some crazy things happen. We go places that are not the hospital, and you know, we meet some friends along the way, and all that wonderfulness.
Yeah,
so, yeah, you continue.
Yeah, no, it's a pretty wild ride. We started this literally just with the sentence horse in a hospital trying to save a friend.
So Horsepital wasn't you didn't think the word Horsepital and you're like, okay, now we need to make a game based around that entirety.
No, that was I mean okay, so it's a student game, right?
Yeah.
This was made as a school project, and we just started with sort of the title St. Hazel's Horsepital before any of the other stuff in the game. Like we didn't have any other ideas besides the name. We just liked that name so much we had to make a game about it. So that's how this came about.
So I do want to talk about the crouching and uncrouching we're doing to the speed through things, but we are about to start one of the most when I run this game for people, once they see this cutscene, like they're on board until this part, and then they see the cutscene, and everything goes off the rails in the very best way. Do you remember the process of adding this into the game and kind of how that went and what you were thinking?
Yeah, I mean, we pretty much had to add this into the game because we had the artist for the game is like very much a hippie, and he's like really into like sort of 60s culture and 70s culture, and before we were talking about making this game, we were talking about maybe making a Vietnam-based kart racer. Which we didn't do, but then we still had to put some nice war flashbacks in there, and drugs, of course. So that part is always so fun to watch people react to for the first time.
So the crouching and uncrouching makes you go. This is the fast way of moving in this game. It makes you go faster because you're supposed to crouch and like hide places. But the speed boost you get from that is intentional, correct?
Yeah, the speed strat, not so much, but like we were aware of it, and we
what speed strats do you mean? I don't know what you're
ourselves.
talking about. I don't know about any speed strats.
Now this part right here, we were not aware of when we shipped the game.
Yeah, so you're supposed to press the lever, but as speedruns go, sometimes we don't do the thing we're supposed to do. So since the hitbox of the elevator goes beyond the bounds of it, actually, you're able to enter it from moderately close by to it. And I do want to say before and this might kind of dictate what's about to happen. This game is actually very. Oh, whoops! Well, that clip usually takes forever, but we just kind of went.
Nice.
This game is actually very difficult to find clips for and like getting out of bounds. It is a real struggle. I've had multiple people sit down and look at it and be like, "Oh, I can find something. I can figure it out," and then no. So we make do with what we have, but
We did a little bit of testing.
So with the crouching, uncrouching left in, with the thought that, you know, it is kind of a speedier way of doing it and kind of speed strats with that is, so how much were you aware of, I guess, speed running as you were developing this?
I mean, we had like internal runs right before the game launched just to see who could play through it the fastest. My best time, which was the best time, was 25. Just like 25 minutes, and we were doing the wiggle run, and we were doing the restart levels to skip certain things.
Yeah.
That was just like, we knew that was like a bug, but but we were like, oh, whatever. it's in there. It's not bothering
it's
anyone.
fun. We use the restarting to skip certain. So it resets the pattern for certain levels because while the cutscene's playing, the pattern's still going. We also use it for one cutscene in particular where you're supposed to talk with someone and you can just restart the level and they disappear. But we have this cutscene where we try to save our friend and we get stabbed by a pitchfork that all the doctors have because it's a normal hospital. That's fine. I mean, it's for horses, I guess. So, you know.
Well, it's not for horses. That's the whole thing, right?
Oh, that's true.
A horse has like broken in.
They want to get
deep
better
lore.
stuff than they would get normally. So they're going to a normal hospital. So this clip here saves 0 seconds, but it looks cool, so I do it anyways. It's the exact same as doing it normally, but it's, you know, sometimes you just have to do stuff just because.
We are skipping
if you can go
here.
out of bounds and walk around. Also, Hazel has some pretty bad problems with staircases, as we'll see for the rest of the section here. We're in a dungeon, by the way.
We did not do any horse research for this game, but we think this is what horses are like. I remember our teacher being like, "You should go out and like look at horses and how they move and try and like replicate that." And we were like, "I think we're pretty happy with what we got in terms of how the horse moves."
I've tried drawing horses before from memory. You know, I can imagine it's probably a similar thing where it's like, "Oh, we can do it," and then I appreciate
really knows
Hazel's
what a horse
eyes the
is.
most, honestly. I think they make Hazel very expressive. For this level is extremely important to restart at the beginning of because the cycle for it's like very, very tight. So you have to kind of wiggle around here. And we want to get out of here before the other guy turns around. We accidentally picked up the box, and the key is just flying everywhere. So we're gonna wiggle around this way instead, and move this way and do it a little bit simpler. Usually you can cut like right through the middle between them, and it's super risky. But why not do it for a marathon run? Because I have zero fear whatsoever. So now we're in the section where we've got all the basement stuff and the cult sort of vibes that appear. And Toilet Jimbo's still here, who gave us our first flashback, so we'll be getting another one
Toilet
soon.
Jimbo is based on that one guy on the team, by the way. Like he did dress like that. He's not an old man, but we did have a literal hippie on the team.
Oh, nice. But so a lot of the puzzles here are more light based, or a lot of the things you need to do are a lot more light based. One thing to mention though is we have to be very careful when we get near edges at all with Hazel, because the second a single hoof for Hazel goes off off a ledge, Hazel's entire body loses corporal presence and will clip through everything and just die. So you have to be watching out for that, because it's easy to go for like a really long level like this and just accidentally step to the side, and Hazel meets an untimely fate, unfortunately.
Sorry about
Which is unfortunate because there's a lot of things like, oh, I could skip across here, and then no.
No.
Stopping those darn speedrunners. So we are getting to another lovely cutscene where this is another sort of thing where the artist had a certain interest in what they liked, and now we're in space because of it.
No, this is this is leftover assets from another game.
That's fair.
We were like, all right, we're gonna ship in like
a
a couple of weeks. We need some stuff for this cutscene. What do we have?
We know what this cutscene is going to be about. What do we have?
A lot of this game is very much like last second. Like, all right, we got to put some stuff in here.
I appreciate the date for it being 1961, being a very historically accurate date for horses going to space.
Of
I
course.
appreciate it. Nice little added detail. So we're now in the actual. We've gone from the basement to the dungeon, and now we need to collect a whole bunch of stuff. Like a toy car. Just the normal stuff for cult rituals, really.
Yeah.
Glowing cog that's over here. I forgot the last one is. I think it's a pill bottle. Probably. So this is a part where we gain the ability to control minds, or a specific mind, really, but we get the ability to mind control. And then Hazel's head replaces the head of the person we're mind controlling.
That is one of my favorite things in this game. That the head swaps out. It's so funny every time.
It's really good.
Not to like pat my own back, but I didn't make that part, so I'm allowed.
It's pretty good. So we do actually have to talk with Hungry Harris, and then the muffin randomly will magically appear there, because unless we know that Hungry Harris is hungry, muffins do not exist. We have to go over here, toss the muffin in there. The funny thing is, like, I'll show it. You can just push this gate. Hungry Harris can get out if he wants to. Like, the gate's unlocked. You can go. For some reason, I don't know why, but when you're mind controlling, the person you're mind controlling doesn't have collision sometimes with ledges like Hazel does.
We forgot about that.
We'll be back here to show some stuff with that. I think you've seen it, but there's some special stuff you can do, because there's one pit. There's one pit you can fall in that entire area. I'm gonna try to do. I only got it once in practice because I just found it. I'm gonna try it once. I'm gonna try skip and see if we can go out of bounds here. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But we'll see if we can do it. Be a marathon Lux on our side if we can weasel our way out of here. We have we're being chased as well while this is happening. So if we don't get out of bounds, we just kind of die, which is I'd rather not do that. Oh, unfortunately, we have died. But you can get out in that corner. But if you fail doing it, you get clipped inside of the thing that this is sitting on, and you're just stuck there. And he'll just come over and beat you up, and that's about it. So we have to give this to our friend that we've been mind controlling and get out of the way.
Dr. Stockholm.
Dr. Stockholm, very important. Yeah. Lots of important characters, like Frida, who was serving in Vietnam with Hazel.
Yeah,
I didn't get a chance to mention that. There's a lot going on, but in case you missed that. Frida is an important character, along with Buddy, who we've been trying to save repeatedly with little success. So there's Buddy
Finally
again.
Gonna save him.
We're definitely gonna save him. The dialogue, it's very weird when you mash through it really quickly, because Dr. Stockholm's dialogue's opened when Frida's standing there, and then Hazel runs out. I forgot to ask people to guess what the next area was gonna be. It's a glue factory. It's a glue factory. You shared some very insightful lore about horses and unicorns in this. I don't know if it was you or if it was one of the other developers that shared the interesting lore about unicorns in this universe.
That might have been the other one. I don't remember. I remember there was something about unicorns.
So
there's like posters.
Yeah, in this universe, horses make normal glue, but unicorns make super glue.
Oh yeah. I mean, of course.
Yeah, there's
What else would they
there's
make?
little posters around everywhere. It's not their headcanon. It's very provable St. Hazel's Horsepital lore. But yeah, we're in the final area for this run, and we have to make our way through and try to save Buddy.
Can I sneak in one little donation here?
You can get a donation in. Go for it.
All right. So Wonk Croc sends $20 and says, the memories working on this game. Never thought I'd see St. Hazel's Horsepital at a GDQ event and have been picked up by such an amazing runner as Bullets, too.
Thank you. Very sweet of you to say. So this room is very fun because you're supposed to turn off both these flamethrowers, but I only do things halfway, so we're just going to turn this one off. And if you hug the left side and you have all your health, you're able to avoid turning off the second one. So sometimes you get stuck on the flamethrower during the cutscene and you just go down to 0 health. And I don't think you can die during cutscenes in this game. So you just have to go out very quickly and try not to die. But that just avoids going and hitting the other lever over there. All right, we have Dr. Stockholm again. We have to come over here and give him his proper mind control apparatus. Oh, what was the name of it? I actually sat through the dialogue and figured out what the name of it was. What was it? It's like neck brace or something like that. I forgot.
I can't remember.
I've forgotten all the lore. I'm so sorry. I'm disappointing you.
I wrote the dialogue and I can't remember, so.
So we can mind control now with all these terminals. So whenever we have access to a terminal, we're able to control Dr. Stockholm, and now Dr. Stockholm has a horse head. Here's this. Okay. Put the card out of the way. There we go. Press these levers and the door opens. You can press another lever and it sets them on fire, but it's kind of mean. I mean, we squished 2 people, so I guess we don't really have the moral high ground and not also turning on flamethrowers, but there's no reason to do it. No reason whatsoever. So this is another. So each of the areas has their own flashback. This will be the final one. I'm sorry if you've enjoyed all the loveliness happening with them. I personally underrated this third cutscene is by all the Horsepital historians out there. They're sleeping on this one. Like the other 2, they catch your attention because they're out there, but this one's subtly interesting. Also, this key card can get you stuck in the door. It's a very strong key card. So we need to get a box to Toilet Jimbo over here so that we can have lovely flashbacks and proceed forwards. Sometimes this key card gets stuck on a ghost. I don't know if it'll do it. Nope, we're good. There's no ghosts. Ghostbusters came through. Nothing's haunted anymore. So we can probably sneak in a couple more donations if you have any.
All right. Let's see here. We have Iggy Zig sends a $10 and a haiku. Silly Block is here. What am I even watching? The horse? What? Technically syllables, so good.
All right, this is the final of the 3 flashbacks. This is in the countryside. We're having a very, very genuine, just friendly interaction between Frida and Buddy. We only have three main characters here. You have to guess which one's going to become the evil antagonist. Could be anyone. It's probably not us. I mean, it could be. It could be one of those. It could be a very meta game where we're actually the criminal. My whole theory is that Hazel and Buddy are actually aliens. Probably Frida's also an alien. Explains the space travel and the googly eyes and the ability to lift like 500 kilograms.
I don't know what the truth is, to be quite honest with you.
The truth is what we want it to be.
I think we had several ideas about what is actually going on and what's canon and what's like
So
drug
you're
induced.
supposed to, for this, you're supposed to push a box through the. Ooh, it actually worked. You're supposed to push a box all the way around the conveyor belts. But if you use physics in a fun, creative way and you get a little lucky, you can launch the box through the grinder from below it, and you can skip one of the steps of turning a box into a plank by kind of avoiding doing that. So it saves a little bit of time, and well, actually saves a decent bit because the conveyor definitely takes its time. But It works when it wants to work, and I guess it wanted to work for GDQ, which is very nice. Can I have that? Can I have that key card actually? Oh, thank you. There we go. Cool. He's hiding it from me. It's very rude.
Santa.
And we have this final level before the boss fight, where the things are coming to a close. If you need to guess who you think is the antagonist of this entire series, actually, never mind. The game tells you. It just was in the speaker right there. If you read really quickly or paid attention, you have to pay attention to the plot. You can't.
Although there is another twist, I suppose.
That is true. That is true. There's lots of twists and turns. Okay, I'm gonna try to get all three of these in at once. So you need to get different types of materials into this grinder over here because different stuff comes out. So you can kind of push okay, or not. All right. Not playing along nicely. Sometimes multiple things will come out through the magic of whatever this lovely machine is. But we'll see. So we got a lot of things. So we're gonna bring this barrel over here and blow a hole through the wall. Hazel unaffected because again Hazel is an alien creature with durable
Hazel's
skin.
too powerful for your puny
Nothing can
explosions.
stop Hazel. Was it just natural to set the final section of the game in a glue factory? Where's the way?
I mean,
Where'd it go?
we wanted
Oh, there.
to go to a glue factory at some point because it was just such an obvious like horse thing. So yeah.
Would have been a missed opportunity otherwise. For some reason, you use a cone on this pressure plate. I don't know why. Sometimes it rolls off. You have to be a little bit careful and make sure it doesn't do what you don't want. Oh, I'm trying to stomp the lever instead of using my tongue like a normal horse. I don't know what I'm
Violence.
doing. Violence does not solve problems here. We have to do thoughtful solutions. So now we just need to make it through these different cycles of enemies. And since we can do crouching and uncrouching, we don't really have to. There are stealth aspects to this game. You do sneak around.
It is supposed to be a stealth game.
It is. In case, so we're 20 minutes in. We might have missed the thread a little bit. This is intended to be mostly stealthy, but you know, it's open to the player to do whatever they think is the correct approach. It's like Hitman. You can do whatever you want, except
it's just like
less...
Hitman.
You know, if you look at it in a certain way. Also, Dr. Stockholm, for some reason, jumps in the machine that is producing, like, condensing things down to their raw materials and becomes a slightly smaller version of himself.
And Santa just grabs him.
I respect the bravery for that. So we do have the final boss cutscene with the final twist here. Once Hazel's done twitching on the ground, and so here's Mojo Jojo, also known as Frida, and here's Buddy. And we need to knock these pillars out using the help of our former friend, now robot horse. And every time that happens, these turrets spawn, and these turrets end up doing most of the damage to us during the boss fight. But time will be coming up once the third support gets knocked down. I will try not to forget to say time, but you know me, I just, I'm getting too involved in the stomping of the turrets, so that happens. Feel free to call me out on it. So, final one right here. And this is going to be time. There we go. So that is the end of St. Hazel's Horsepital. Everything resolves. Everyone's happy. Everything's great. We're going to take a nice long walk into the sunset. So, Newt, would you like to give some shout outs now that we've finished this wonderful journey through memory lane?
Yeah, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to everyone else who worked on this game. You might not believe it, but we were 7 people struggling to make this. So Jonathan, Julia, Patrick, Magnus, Bindestrek, and Marte. I know some of you are watching this, but thanks for the crazy horse game.
I'm very happy you came along for it. It was a pleasure to show you the game and to have you be very supportive of the run and just enjoying it along with us. It always means a lot.
Yeah, I mean, we're all like, our minds are blown that somebody would like, not only play this, but speedrun it and and at that like at a big event like this. So yeah, thank you.
All right, I have no shout-outs. Shout-outs to horses. Horses are pretty cool. And with that, I
still
will
got
let the
that glitch
marathon
exposition.
continue with slightly less horses in the future.
Oh, you hit the glitch exhibition.
Oh yeah, we have to do that. Oh yeah, you're not off the.
Yeah, where do you think you go?
I'm not off yet, and you're. Yeah. Okay. So.
All right.
Are we ready for that? Mentally, emotionally, time-wise, we good? All right. If we're ready, we will start. I have all the numbers of them written down because I will forget otherwise. First one, we'll do this. So we have to watch this cutscene again, so if you missed it last time, you can read the dialogue, just read very, very quickly. So, there's some fun stuff in this game that we don't get to show off, unfortunately, for speedruns for various reasons. Because only so much fun is allowed in a 20-minute span, so some of it does flow over a little bit. So, Hazel has a bit of a propensity for limbs going in incorrect directions, and right here is kind of the... Oop, we can get both. We can do the wheelbarrow. There we go. All right, so this is wheelbarrow. Oh, never mind. One leg went back to normal. We can't allow that. One
We
second, let me
never
fix-
figured out what was causing this.
Let me fix, please. I can't make the game. Oh, thank you. There we go. So we can do a
I think this
fun.
happened to just about everyone who played the game.
And we can also do some. Oop, let's see if I can actually do it. You grab the box. The boxes keep coming to you, and then going into the pit, and then hitting Hazel repeatedly. Which actually is a fun side effect if Hazel dies during this. So we'll try to cause that. Oh, never mind. We're just out of bounds. Okay, so you can kind of see what happened. One, the box is now floating very slowly, but our speed has been broken. Also, my camera. I'm trying to rotate my camera so that I'm. Hazel is deciding to face the wrong direction, which has never happened before. So this is our never happened before moment of the run, after the run. So Hazel, for some reason, is moving at a very slow speed with two legs sticking up and facing the incorrect direction, which two of those things I was not expecting to show off, but you know, sometimes things happen. You just gotta kind of go with it. So that's one thing. We'll keep it going. So one of the factory levels, this one, oh, never mind, we jumped over there. So on one of the levels we mind control, we get to answer a very interesting question is like, what if you could, oh, never mind, my speed is still broken. Okay, nope, that didn't fix it. Hazel. Okay, we're good, everything's fine. It fixed itself.
Fine.
Thank you for saving the marathon, Hazel, because I have no clue how to fix that. I didn't know it lasted between levels. We're learning new things. The discoveries are being made live on Summer Games and Quick 2020 online. So we're gonna go through this normally as before, with knocking people out and launching keycards through pits. We actually didn't get stuck on the door that time, which was nice. But we're gonna do one thing differently. Is that after we go through here, we'll use the key. Oop, oh, the ghost got it. There we go. That was the ghost I was talking about before. It haunts that room for some reason.
It really does.
So this terminal is a little bit too close to here. You can see with the interaction. So you can actually mind control yourself while being mind controlled. And when you do it, you just hear the sound effect. Like nothing happens. It's perfectly fine. Nothing's wrong. But if you unmind control, Hazel unfortunately can no longer move. And Hazel just stares into the TV forever. So there's no way to complete the level at this point.
He has lost his mind. Well done.
So I think I did this by accident. I think I was just spamming the click button as I was going, and then unmind controlled, and Hazel was just standing there. I'm like, I don't know what I just did, but fun times. So we have a couple more things in there. The fun things. We have the thing I was kind of foreshadowing before, and somehow forgot that we had this incentive, even though I mentioned it during the run here. So the thing with the mind controlling here, and I believe you'd have seen this, but it's too good not to show. It's beautiful, and lots of very weird interactions all coming together all at once. So after we do this, so you're able to walk across these gaps like we showed before, but instead of finishing the level, you can come over here where all these guys are standing, And for some reason, this pit allows you to fall down. I'm not sure why. But if you do that, so our camera's kind of weird. And, you know, we're kind of walking a little strange, but unfortunately, it's not. It does get a little bit worse if we unmind control as we're falling in the pit and then remind control. Unfortunately, the camera starts to spin on the incorrect axis, and we can now see the bottom of the floor instead of. I believe we're currently inside the floor during this. I think if I mind control and remind control, sometimes we can see that we're. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to you. I appreciate that, though. Thank you, though.
Welcome to the Upside Down.
There we go. So we are currently inside the floor, upside down, facing wonderfully and rotating.
This was 100% intended.
Yes, this
We
is for
wanted
the
you to
people that are
discover
really
this.
paying attention and playing the game. Like, you know, if you listen to the plot and like look through it, like the game hints at it.
It's like
yeah.
you gotta read between the lines.
It's for the real gamers out there.
The real Horsepital fans.
And I will show one more thing that I found tonight, like a few hours ago before the run started. Which level is this? I have everything written down, but I still can't read my own handwriting, so a bit of a mess. So this doesn't go right the first time. I blame it on 100% me for not finding this earlier and actually figuring out how to do it consistently. So I've tried going in this corner a lot to try to get out of bounds in this chest, but you can't do it. It's really unfortunate. I really wish you could. No, I don't want the torch. So this key here, there we go. I don't think the key did what I wanted it to. Oh, there it is. So now, every time the key comes down, the key's gonna like gently float down to us, and Hazel's going to headbutt it upwards and have it float away.
Why?
So Hazel will just do this forever. Like this key will never come back down as long as Hazel's standing here. So just for the next 24 hours in the marathon, we could just sit here. But I think they would prefer if we eventually got off. But I appreciate again you taking the time to wake up nice and early and give some insights in this and just enjoy this together.
I can give no insight to what's going on here.
I honestly don't know either, so it's okay. So thank you for being on board, and best of luck to the rest of the runners, and I'm sure I will see you guys for another silly block down the line.
All right, so that's gonna do it for me. I've been LLK. Please donate to watch the Fiona cutscenes and Ashgan the Dragon Slayer. I'm gonna hand it over for more silliness, more awesomeness, more summary game speedrunniness. Bye, everybody.
Hey, welcome back, SGDQ. I'm Esmar, and I'm going to be holding it down for this next segment of Silly Block. Where I am, it's a lovely Thursday morning, and the sun is shining, not right here, but it's shining somewhere. And we're going to be getting ready for Ribbit King pretty soon. But before that, we've still got some love coming in for St. Hazel's Horsepital. Zick donates $30, saying, I'm glad I get to see one of my first friends I made through speedrunning, and an amazing one as well, run this silly, beautiful game at SGDQ. Good luck and have fun with St. Hazel's Horsepital bullets. We've also got Punkin donating $20, saying, absolutely loving SGDQ Online 2020 so far. Thanks and best wishes to anyone whose hard work went into making this possible, from planning to tech to the runners themselves, and thanks to you for being an excellent host. Full disclosure, that was donated well before I started my shift about 1 minute ago, so that was intended for whoever was holding down the hosting at that point, but I'll gladly steal the compliment from them. We have an anonymous $100 donation saying, not able